I'm Amber, and I'm here with Lynn Janae Rositas, who is the author of the best-selling book, The Plan. She's going to tell us all about the plan, and I believe we have her team with us as well. So hi, Lynn, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again. Happy holidays, happy New Year, and Happy New Year.
Look at that. So tell everyone about the plan and how it came about.
Well, we actually met together in Harlem, and I had a holistic health center, and I started tracking data with my clients because thanks to the BlackBerry, instead of people coming in once a week or once a month for nutrition sessions, I had them email me daily. And I started to track how they responded to seemingly healthy foods. And surprise, surprise, a lot of healthy foods actually caused an inflammatory response, a lot of weight gain, illness, fatigue, you name it. So finding out that foods like oatmeal and salmon and Greek yogurt would affect 85% of my clients, I naturally cut those foods out. And I started to find which healthy foods were in fact healthy for the majority of the population, and that's how the plan was born.
And the population, so that's men, women, everyone.
It does target specifically people over the age of 35 because what we're addressing is digestive weakness and thyroid dysfunction. So basically, as you age, what winds up happening is you lose digestive enzymes, stomach acid, and saliva. So the foods and the diets that work for you in your teens and your 20s don't work so well in your 30s and 40s. So the plan is here to give you the answers as to why you're gaining weight, getting sick, and feeling old with all those healthy foods.
And food can cure almost anything, right?
It's really exciting.
It's amazing.
You know, inflammatory foods or foods that don't work for your body cause this whole chain reaction of things that wind up causing illness. And conversely, if you find the foods that work for you, you can reverse illness. So literally in a month, we'll have people off their high blood pressure meds, their thyroid meds, their antidepressants. It's an exciting thing to be on, to eat as much as you want, well over 2,000 calories a day, and still lose half a pound a day until you get to your goal weight.
Half a pound a day. How many of you would like to lose half a pound a day and feel healthier and happier? Right?
And eating cheese and wine and chocolate.
Cheese and wine and chocolate. Perfect. Let's do it.
That's the diet.
That's the diet. And that's the plan in a nutshell. But one of the advantages of the plan is that you have a whole team behind you, right? You work with a team, which we're so excited we have them here with us. So hi, everybody.
I love these women like they're family. When we first started and got some press and media about us, we were slammed. I literally got 800 emails a day every single day, and I'm like, I better hire somebody. So Cindy was the first person that I hired, and I met her, fell in love with her right away. So Cindy.
Let me tell you. So I was schooled in traditional in nutrition school, and it's completely different from Lynn's approach, and it's actually, you know, you learn so much about the science behind it, like what foods, like the food pyramid, how that works for people. But then when people are doing this food pyramid and following conventional diet, it's just not working. And you see people that are in a whole country, I mean, the majority of the people in our country are overweight, have chronic disease. It's so incredible to see how quickly their health changed. And I almost want to say, as a side effect, the weight loss just happens. People come into the plan, a lot of people come into the plan, I think, to lose weight. But a lot of the health conditions, it's when people actually improve their health that the weight loss just happens naturally. It's incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
And next we have
Dr. Katie.
Dr. Katie.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katie, and I was fortunate enough to meet Lynn and start working with her about 2 years ago. And for me, it really opened my eyes, just like with Cindy. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and so coming from school and starting to work with Lynn, I realized that this was a totally different way of approaching clients and a totally different way of working with food, and I've been absolutely blown away by it. So I was just telling them that one of the first clients I ever worked with, her cholesterol dropped 120 points in a month. And so me as a naturopathic doctor, I'd never seen anything do that ever. Not a statin drug, no other diet that I'd ever heard of has been able to do that. So it's been a real pleasure to get to work with clients one-on-one and see the huge shifts in their health.
And last but not least,
I'm Marjorie, and I'm a longtime planner. I had the great fortune to meet Lynn Janae in a neighborhood restaurant that she was at. We were both there on our own, and she was there eating a burger and fries, and I thought, this is a nutritionist that I can work with, you know. We hit it off, and we started talking about her holistic health center in Harlem, and I was a nonprofit, and we just stayed in touch for years, and I went on the plan. It just changed my life.
It's amazing. It really is amazing, all these stories that you guys, I mean, I know you have more stories, right? I'm sure we could talk forever.
One of my favorite stories is working with this 81-year-old man in Florida. And in 2 weeks, we were able to cut his Parkinson's meds by 30% at the age of 81. I mean, that's just amazing. The letter that we got from the woman who was 82 and has been trying to lose weight for 30 years and has finally lost 35 pounds and feels amazing and fantastic. It just creates such self-esteem, and knowing that you can always heal. There's part of us that always thinks, you know, well, I'm getting old, it's just all downhill from here, and it's exactly the opposite. When you put the right foods in for your body just glows, and it really does what it wants to do, which is heal.
And you guys are adding time to people's lives. Like, doesn't that feel great? That's so great. People who are on the plan are happier and healthier, and they're going off their medication, and they're feeling wonderful, which is so wonderful. That only food, it's just food. That's the main point.
Well, in the beginning of the plan, when you're doing the cleanse, and remember, as a woman, you're consuming over 7,500 calories in 3 days, and as a man, about 9,000 calories. You're losing anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds a day. I actually had somebody lose 9 pounds in 1 day, which was amazing.
9 pounds.
But these are the foods that we find to be the least inflammatory, and that would be blueberries, apples, lots of seeds, chicken, rice, broccoli, kale, certain fish like flounder and haddock. Beef is low inflammatory, lamb is low inflammatory, sashimi is low inflammatory. So we put all these foods in the beginning so that your body can start to heal. And then what we slowly start to do is add in foods. We're very smart in that we add in cheese on day 4 because that's important, and wine and coffee. And then what you do is you slowly and systematically start to test the foods that you love. And then you introduce that one problem food, say asparagus, and once again, you gain exponential weight. Maybe I don't need the asparagus in my diet anymore. So that's not really a diet, that's just understanding and figuring out the puzzle that's your own chemistry.
Just the information, the data that your body's giving you, right?
Right.
And that is global. That's everybody. Every human body works the same, correct? I mean, they all process the foods that are friendly to them. So it's a global thing. Anybody can do it. You can do it. I've done it. Everybody has done it here, and it's just really life-changing. And awesome. So you're a diabetic. So you work with diabetics a lot on the plan?
Yeah, we work with diabetics a lot, and for me, it was an incredible experience. I remember when I started the plan, on day 2, you have rice at dinner, and I was freaked out to have rice because it's just not something, normally I avoided it like the plague. Like when people are on low-carb diets, I said, I can't have rice, it's gonna spike my insulin, and I remember that day I lowered my insulin by 1/3, and I still had the rice. So that was sort of a big turning point for me when I realized that yes, carbohydrates are important. Yes, you have to count them so that you know how much insulin to take, but it's really more about what you eat and less about, avoiding specific whole groups of food. I was one of those. I was an avoider. I avoided like whole specific groups of food. The plan really changed that for me, and I see it change that for diabetics, every week that we work with them, and it's an incredible process.
Can we talk about maybe a common misconception that people may have that have come to you with the plan?
When people come to us, the initial emails, they think that they can't eat anything. They're ready to cut out whole categories of food. And when we start to say, no, you can add that in, you can have that, they're really shocked because it's something they might not have had for years, or they just were taught was bad. Gluten. So many people say I'm gluten-free. Chocolate, red wine,
butter,
cheese, butter. Bread,
potato chips.
Yeah, potato chips. I get a lot of questions about potato chips. What do you mean I can eat potato chips? Yeah, so you can try potato chips and see how most people do beautifully on them. So it's the people that are really skeptical that are the most interesting sometimes because they come with this skepticism, but they're scientific about it and they enjoy the data. So they come and they go through the 20-day plan, and they're so excited about the results, they want to continue and just test. It's a lifelong adventure testing foods.
I think another misconception is that if you exercise more, you'll lose more weight.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's a big one.
That is a big one.
So we're kind of crazy on how much we limit exercise because we find that as you age, what winds up happening is from the oxidative stress and from heightened levels of cortisol, that you actually increase both of those. So we will find that if you exercise more than 3 to 4 days a week, you might actually be gaining weight and making yourself sicker, skewing your hormones, and attacking your endocrine system. So it's really fun to tell people you got to scale it back a lot.
I'm sure they're really happy to
And
hear
they're
that.
like, I can't believe how much
don't know what
weight
to do,
I'm losing. What do I do with all my time?
Yeah, what do I do with my time?
It's like
if
2
I'm not
hours
gonna
at the
spend
gym.
An hour to and from the gym and working out for another hour and a half. Live, enjoy, have some cheese.
Yeah, so who has a story about fertility? Because I know the plan really helps people women that have been trying to have a baby, and I think there's a lot of women that are very happy.
There's a
very
lot.
plan happy right now.
We have lots of stories, but there's this one particular story that I love because, as Lynn was saying, not only does the plan reduce inflammation and helps you heal, it also rapidly normalizes your hormones. And I had 2 clients who were best friends that they were on the plan. They wanted to do it together, and instantly one of them got pregnant. But then her best friend, she was on the plan too, and she didn't think that she could get pregnant. So she's just like, I'm putting it out there that I really want to get pregnant, but I don't think I'll be able to get pregnant. But let me just try to lose the weight so that I could, my body will be in a place that, that can conceive. And I'm like, absolutely. So we did the plan. She found out actually a few days later that she was pregnant at the same time as her best friend, and that was just, how cool is that?
That is very cool. So now they
both
have
on the
plan
plan.
babies.
Yes, they both have plan babies together. It was insane.
So I believe we have some exciting news for Dr. Katie, yes?
We do. So I know we were talking about fertility, and I was one of those people myself that I thought I couldn't get pregnant. So I'm a type 1 diabetic, and so doctors basically ever since I've been diagnosed have said, we think you're going to have trouble. We think you're going to have trouble. Make sure that, that you get ready to spend a year trying. And so I had been on the plan for quite some time, and within 2 months I was pregnant. And so now, yep, and
We have a plan baby right here.
now we have a plan. We have a 5-month plan baby right here. And it's been incredible. I feel like going into it, I had so many more tools and so much more knowledge to help get me through it. My blood sugars have been perfect. My doctors aren't yelling at me. They're very happy with me. And I've also worked with a lot of other pregnant diabetics or were previously pregnant diabetics, and it's so rewarding to work with them to see that you can be a type 1 diabetic and you can have a totally normal pregnancy and be happy and healthy.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. Well, congratulations, guys, on so much success.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it was so great to meet you. And Lynn, tell everybody, how do we get on the plan? We want to do it.
Well, you can certainly buy the book. It's available on Amazon and BarnesandNobles.com. We have a lot of information on our website. If you just want to go to the website, www.lynnjanae.com, and check out information. We're always here to help you via email. You can always book a consultation, or you can just try the book on your own. We also give a lot of support on our Facebook pages, so we have a lot of programs that you can try at every price point to really find your path and find the foods that make you healthy, happy, and lean.
Happy, healthy, and lean in the new year. Thanks, guys, so much, and make sure you check out the plan.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.